Good afternoon, you join me once again, World of Warships. This time we're in the Des Moines Silver ranked leagues. We're trying to progress to gold. So let's just jump straight into the gameplay. We get spotted, launch the radar. Fletcher, enemy destroyer. Let's fire out the high explosive. First salvo kind of missed. Second salvo we get some hits, we get a fire, we knock out torpedo launchers. That's very good. Third salvo he gets into cover, it doesn't do much. So I see here we've got some high explosive shells coming in. One salvo landed, here's a second salvo. Jean Bart battleship. Let's not push around that rock because that is dangerous. So I just communicate in chat there, be aware of Fletcher torpedo, because I don't want my battleship on my left there to sail around and get smacked by them. And as we saw in one of my previous Warzone videos, communication is key. Teamwork makes the dream work. So right now there's not too much I can do. I put a few long range shots over towards that Salem, but I don't want to push around that rock right now, not with that Jean Bart there. It could end very badly. And right now we've kind of got the advantage, you know. We've got cover, we've already put some salvos into them. So let's just wait and see. Let's not push too hard. Let's kind of just chill for now. So let the enemy make the mistakes, and that is the key to a lot of success. You know, don't make the mistakes yourself. Let the enemies make the mistakes. So we're just going to chill for a moment. So the ship, Des Moines, 203mm guns with an autoloader. So bigger guns than my Cleveland, and they even fire faster. I've only got 9 of them, but with the fire rate these things have, you don't need many of them. So I was expecting the destroyer to come out here. I was surprised to see the Jean Bart sailing as he does. So our Yugamo there, he launches some torpedoes. I get the armour piercing in the chambers to punish the broadside of that Jean Bart, because he should know better than to sail broadside on. So, I mean, we've got a battleship here as well as a Des Moines with our rapid fire guns. So I believe those Yugamo torpedoes, yep, they finish off the enemy Fletcher. So I've just got the battleship there. I've got the Salem kind of far away, flinging armour piercing at me. He'd have done better to fire high explosive at me, but you know what, I'm not going to complain. He has knocked out one of my gun turrets, but I'm not going to use the repair party, because I'm like, well, if he sets a fire or the Fletcher's launched a torpedo that caused a flood, I'd rather have it ready for that. So here I'm kind of pressing in, because I want to try and maybe beat the rotation of the Salem's guns, but now I'm like, shit, if he goes for a ram, he's going to kill me as well. So I'm trying to go wide. Now it's like, oh shit. Luckily I had an angle where his guns didn't do much, because that could have been catastrophic for me. I try and turn, get my guns on point to get his broadside. I don't. So as I swing round, I get the armour piercing in, out the chambers, get the high explosive in, but I don't make the salvo in time. Pommerin battleship confirms the kill. So now I'm just going to turn my ship back around, get the high explosive in to punish that Salem at long range. Realistically, there's no way he can win this engagement. So the key here is we need to just keep our Yugamo alive, because the more destroyers, the more advantage we have. And once I've got the front 2 turrets pointed at that Salem, I'm going to let loose with some high explosive, because I could do armour piercing, but just like the Cleveland in the previous video, the armour piercing just hangs in the air that bit too long, and we just want the salvos out, punish him, kill him quickly. So I'm putting some salvos in, get some points, but it's this salvo here from the battleship, it just wipes out most of his health. And 3, 2, boom, he's dead, this flank's clear. And we got 2 enemy ships, so let's just jump over a bit further to that other flank and see what happens. So it's not as exciting, so we're pushing into the final cap. They've got a Georgia which is pushing our Iowa, so I'm not too worried about him. The Grosser Kurfürst, the German top tier, we've got an island between me and him. His guns are facing someone else, so I'm not too worried. I'm just going to put high explosive into him, try and build up my damage. We're going to push into this cap circle, we'll capture the cap, and it's just all to, well, the win is in the bag, unless somebody makes some stupid mistakes, but it's giving us that extra cushion to make sure we win. If we got the 3 caps, the points lead gets bigger and bigger, so we don't need to worry if somebody does get sunk. So I'm just going to throw over the high explosive. It's going to knock out his secondary guns, set fires, and just kind of build up damage. I'm not looking for a kill, I'm not looking to sail around that island and dueling with the armour piercing, because that, you know, it'd be throwing away. It's trying to win too hard. I'll be snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. I just pop my radar, let's see where he is, and just here, armour piercing now. I've got his broadside, we'll put some shells in, and we go for a second salve as well, but he's starting to turn in, so high explosive would be better, so I'll switch over. Because I say, I don't want us to lose this game, you know, we've got 50 seconds till we win this. So, you know, if he gets the kill, well, that gets delayed, and then there's only a few ships left, so if he killed me, and then he killed that, our destroyer there, it would turn a guaranteed win into the possibility of a loss. So we just need to play it cool. No, we got torpedoes inbound on him. Let's wait for him to fire those guns before we put out our shells. Because the last thing we want is him turning those turrets toward us and spatting us. And bang, there we go. We're going to put out the high explosive. Bing, 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 bing. And we've got 20 seconds left. I just heal just to be safe, just in case his secondaries hit us. But I'm going to push up to the island. I won't be able to shoot at him, so he definitely won't be able to shoot at me. And he's just playing it safely. We've got 8 seconds left. 6, 5, the wind's in the bag, so let's just play it safe. Let's not die, simple as. So this will be our final game in our double helping of Des Moines Dueling Destruction. And I have to say, it's probably one of the single most fun games I have played in recent times. I had such fun playing this. I didn't realise what was going to happen would happen. So you see there, Yamato's pushing up. I ask him to fall back. He's not going to do it. So I'm like, well, if I leave him to it, he'll die. They'll push round. So I might as well push up with him. I get spotted. I'm like, shit, there's a destroyer through that channel. Let's watch out for torpedoes. Radar him. Radar comes in too late. Don't get the shots. But we kind of get an idea. All the Seattle's over there. The Fletcher's in the middle. So I'm just going to keep this rock between me and him, avoid that channel in case he's put torpedoes in, because I've got all my health. It's my health to throw away, my advantage to lose, and I don't want to lose it. So I think now he's radared. We see some teammates try and put some fire in at the Fletcher. It's not quite so successful. There's a Yamato, oh yes, right further down that field. Looking very menacing. I mean, he's got fucking 18-inch guns. They will hurt. Radar goes down, cool down. Put up my sonar this way. I will get advanced warning if that Fletcher fires torpedoes, and he's close enough that I'm going to detect him. How radar and sonar work through solid rock, don't ask me. It's a wargaming mechanic. So he's turning, and I think he wants to come past the channel to put torpedoes out. So I'm just gonna got my guns ready, pointed right there, so as soon as he comes I'm just going to splat him before he even has a chance to aim and fire. I get radared. It's probably the Seattle, so I'm going to back off just in case, but the Aegir, he just sends an armour piercing salvo well above those rocks right from the back of the map where he's cowering, and finishes him off. And there's no other ships detected, nothing in line of sight, nothing in sonar range. Radar's well and truly on cooldown. So what are we to do? I get radared. Well, there's no cover behind me. There's no cover really in front of me. There's no cover anywhere, so I'm going to push up. That Yamato's pushing up, I can go this way, turn right, and, you know, get flanking fire on whoever's there. And it looks like he's engaged a Montana. So, well, I've got 203mm guns, rapid fire. I can do a lot to help him out. And I've dropped off detection, so I just push forward. That Worcester's no longer going to have shots at me. He's not going to be able to rain down death and destruction. And, ooh, Hindenburg's been spotted. Okay, I can do a lot against the Hindenburg, but he's got a long-range sonar, so he picks me up once again. And that means that Worcester is going to start peppering us with his high explosive again. Luckily, he's only got 152mm guns like the Cleveland has. If he had our guns, I'd be a bit more worried. So I thought the Hindenburg would have come around broadside. He doesn't. He angles in. So let's just fire at his gun turrets, try and knock out his guns, because less guns means he can't fire at us. And I already outfire him at a rate of pretty much 2 to 1. I try and go for the Citadel, but the angle's too sharp, so they ricochet. He's flattening out the angle now, so we do a lot better in that salvo, but still not great. My worry now is he's going to torpedo, so we need to get in close before we can launch the torpedoes or before they aim. and within 2 salvos there we finish him off with a load of citadels. That just leaves that Seattle on our flank, because he'll also have 203mm guns. Bam, good salvo there. Front 2 turrets, bam, 2 citadels. That's what, half of his health gone within 1 full salvo of the boat. Second salvo out, he's now at what, 5th of his health. That salvo doesn't do as well. But this final salvo, he's just going to finish him off. He has no choice. Bam. There wasn't much he could do. Gearing firing at me, and then, oh shit, Yamato shells. Let's get that rock between us to block them, because otherwise we would have been dead as a dodo. Broadside Montana. Well, let's get these guns, let's get this armour piercing going into his citadel, into his below the waterline to try and knock out his guns. Now this salvo, it was a bit disappointing in damage done, but can't really help it. Luckily, he's focusing at the moment at the edge here, and his guns are all facing the wrong side of the ship, so he's going to have to take some time to rotate them and bring them to bear. In all that time, we're going to probably unload maybe 10 salvos of our armour piercing into him. We've got a triple fire, so I think we'll extinguish that. Yes, we will. And it's just try and get them under the gun turrets at the waterline, and try and get some citadels, just get as much armour piercing damaging, because high explosive won't do it quick enough. Armour piercing, and because we've got adrenaline rush going, lower health, our guns are reloading quicker and quicker. We've got some more citadels there. He's on perilously low health, but those rear turrets of his are now facing us. Luckily we're showing a good angle, so we won't get much damage. I say that, he does get a salvo off there, bit of damage from the front turrets, but man, we finished him off. Can we relax? Probably not. We'll flick off a heal. We're not going to get that much health back from us. It's not a British heal, but we you know, let's get all the health we can get. Radar. Let's find out what that Yamato and the gearing is. Oh shit, gearing's coming our way. So's Yamato. We need to get solid cover between me and those 18-inch guns. Problem is that gearing, though, his guns, he could finish me off and hurt me. But I'm more worried about his torpedoes. We've got the armor, the hot explosive loaded, ready to unload on him. Bam. First salvo, 3k damage. Second salvo, we knock out a gun turret. This salvo we knock out a gun turret. Now my mistake here is I should have continued to turn in, not the turn out. I could have cut speed, I'd have evaded those torpedoes. I didn't, I died. It was a bad mistake. And because of that, I do come top of the team with 3 kills, but the rest of the team just throw away their ships. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you soon.